Okay, so one of the things you might have noticed is when we look at the site here, um, this text here, right? I'd have to do a lot more to kind of make sure it doesn't like overlap and stuff, but for now that's fine. But the problem I'm having is that particularly like when I get to here, see how it doesn't work as well, right? Even if I kept it vertical and put it here, I still wouldn't like it. I think it would be better if it was going this way when it's super small, right? So what we can do is we can actually leverage, and the same thing with the picture. See how the picture when it gets to like here, like maybe it'd be better if it was a different icon. Like if I wanted to swap it out with a different picture that would work better at a lower resolution, I could also do that. So what we can do is we can actually leverage what we already know. So right now, if you look, you can see this H1 has this as its default, right? And it looks great when it's large, but it doesn't work when it's small. What we could do is just like we did here, where we have the different column sizes for the different app medias, we could do the same thing with our other stuff here. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go down here, and we'll just add it after the last thing I did here. I'm just gonna go down here and I'm going to do an app media. One more. Okay, we're going to do app media only screen and where are you? Max hyphen width, and we'll do 600 px, and then we'll do this. Okay, so basically we're going to say if it's 600 or if it's 600 and below. Notice that this says max width, not min width. So this only will work up to 600. Once it gets past 600, well, we didn't put it in there yet. It's not gonna work. It's basically that's gonna turn on. So this whatever's in here is only gonna become available when the screen is below 600 because the max width. Okay, so it's the opposite. Earlier we did min width. That's not what we're doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new rule here. We're going to do responsive. Responsive hyphen H. Yeah, I'm going to make something for my thing there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do font size. Oops, I meant font hyphen size. And we're going to make it 2EM. I forget what it was before. And then, so we're going to make it a little bit smaller so it fits a little bit better. And we're going to do text align left. Right now it's text align right. So that way it'll shove to the left instead of the right side. Right now I wanted it snugged up against the image, but when it snaps over, it shouldn't be snugging up against anything. So we're going to do left. We're going to put position relative again. It's probably not as necessary because it was already established on the other one. We're going to do top, and I'm going to do 0px. And then we'll do left, also 0px. I'm only doing these might not be necessary. I'm only doing it to make sure because we stated them in the other one, so this is just to make sure that this will override them. And then the last thing we need to do, which is the most important one, which is the transform. So transform, and then we want to transform the rotate, and we're going to make it 0 degrees. And then 0, is that right? 0, I guess it is. Okay, it looks weird. 0 degrees, and I'm just going to close this up like this so it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and then go ahead and save it. And now you're going to see, hopefully, Control R. It doesn't do anything. Oh, we didn't put this. We got to actually put the class on. So I'm going to copy this class, and we're going to put it on the H. So I'm going to say H class, and we'll paste it, and it's going to be responsive H. Now save it. And if you go here and we hit refresh, you'll see it goes like that. And then when it gets to a certain width, right, it looks good. But when it snaps to stack, you can see it goes above. And see how that reads so much better? Now I might have made some sense maybe to do it a little bit early. See, but if I put it over, I might need to make another one where I would say, oh, when you're here, make it like smaller because clearly it's not fitting there. So it might take a little bit more love to make this perfect. But I thought it was a neat thing that you could change. So you can see you can actually, because we're making our own code, we can actually manipulate what we're doing using what we have. Now we're gonna do something with him, and this you see a lot of the time. All right. So a real common thing that you often see is that you might have a menu, right? But then when you squeeze the the thing down, you'll end up with the hamburgers, the 3 lines. And when you push on that, then it shows a vertical menu that you can use. That is the same thing that we just did with this. It just has it that when it's a certain size, show this menu, the horizontal one. And then when you squish it to this, just show the drop-down menu instead. So it's just showing one versus the other. We're going to do that same property, but we're going to play with this image. We're going to say when it's large, go ahead and show this picture, this logo. And when you're small, have a different logo, okay? So it's a relatively easy thing. It's basically doing what we already did, another at media, but we're just going to set up for 2 different sizes. So we're going to do at media only screen and same thing, max hyphen width. And we're going to set that up also for 600 px. You know, make sure when you do these, obviously we're doing this one together, but you know, if you do these in the future, make sure that you maintain consistency with your sizes. Like, oh, I'm always doing 600 and we're always doing 768, 992. You don't want them to, you know, be all over the place. Okay. So we're going to do one that's going to be for that size, and then we're going to do another one. We're going to do at media only screen and min hyphen width. I'm going to set that up for 600 px. So basically, for below 600, it's going to run what's in the here, and when it's above 600, it's going to run what's here. There is one of these should probably be $5.99 now that I think about it, but we'll just do 600. I haven't run into an issue where I see 2, but we'll see if we can make that happen. That might be fun. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna run it. So what I'm gonna do is this. We're actually gonna take this picture out, the one we have here, and we're gonna instead insert 2 separate pictures. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of both those inside the figure, and we're gonna do a new IMG. Class, we'll just go ahead and do the responsive IMG just to have that in there. And then we'll do SRC, and then it will be images, because I know where that is, and / it gives me the options here. And we're going to do cone logo large.png space hyphen boom. Okay, I'm going to copy this, Control C, and we're going to do another one, Control V, but this will be cone logo. Oops, meant to do this way. Small. Okay, so if I look, oh, I don't have it open anymore. Hang on. If we open up the site here, if we go to images, you'll see I have cone logo large PNG and cone logo small PNG. Okay, so this is large, this is small. Just disregard this one. This is what we were using. This is the same thing. I just gave it a different name, just so it'd be a little less confusing. Although it might be more confusing. Who knows? Anyway. So right now, they're both visible. So if I save this and we preview it, Control R, you're going to see 2 of them. It's just going to do the one picture and then the next one. See, they're just right next to each other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make one disappear and the other one appear. So what we're going to do is on the one, besides this class, the IMG whatever, we're going to make another class called logo large. Oops. And then over here, we're going to do logo small. Okay, so put them here. And then up here, what we're going to do is on this one, we're going to say, okay, dot logo large, right? That logo, that the one that the large is attached to. We're going to do display none. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to say when you are under this size, this becomes available. This will run. And it just says anything with a class logo large on it, don't show it. That's literally what we're doing. And we're going to do the same thing, but the opposite here. We're going to do dot logo small, that other class we made. And it's going to be, well, it's not the same. It's not opposite. We're going to do it to the other one. And this will be none. So basically, if the screen's above 600, anything that has this attached to it is going to be turned off. So basically, only one of these will be on depending on the size of it. So now if we save that, and we go here, and we hit Control R, there's the small one. And then when we get large, the other one pops in. Right? So it's just a switcheroo. They're both there technically the whole time. It's just we're making one not show and then the other one show. The nice thing is though, they don't they're not bumping into each other per se, but yeah. So pretty cool, right? I think that was it for this one. So we only have a little bit more. We got to do a little bit of cleanup, and then we're going to be good to go. But you can see we're getting pretty close to what we want.